Imagine this. You're driving, and suddenly, your body starts shutting down. Your vision blurs. You're sweating. You can barely think straight. This isn't a scene from a movie. This was Bernest Gleason's reality. Bernest, type 1 diabetic, was experiencing a severe hypoglycemic episode. Her blood sugar was plummeting, and she knew she had to pull over to save her own life. She managed to stop her car just as a police cruiser pulled up behind her. The officer, Kyle Williamson, was a rookie. He saw Bernest, disoriented and struggling to speak, and made a snap judgment. He saw slurred speech, glassy eyes, and sweat, and thought she was drunk. Bernest tried desperately to explain. She pointed to her medical alert bracelet, a clear sign of her condition, and pleaded for help, telling him she was having a diabetic emergency. But Williamson wasn't listening. He dismissed her pleas, convinced he was dealing with just another intoxicated driver. Instead of calling for medical help, he pulled her from her car, handcuffed her, and arrested her for driving under the influence. Every second that passed, Bernest was slipping further away. Her body was screaming for sugar, but the person who was supposed to protect her was instead treating her like a criminal. She was taken to the police station, her condition worsening with each passing moment. She was on the verge of losing consciousness, teetering on the edge of a diabetic coma. At the station, a paramedic was finally called, but not to treat her. The plan was to draw her blood to prove she was intoxicated. But the moment the paramedic saw Bernest, he knew something was terribly wrong. He didn't see a drunk woman. He saw a person in the throes of a life-threatening medical crisis. He immediately recognized the signs of severe hypoglycemia. Ignoring the order for a blood draw, he acted fast, administering life-saving glucose. The numbers don't lie. When her blood sugar was finally tested, it was a terrifying 28 milligrams per day. For context, a normal reading is between 70 and 180. Bernest wasn't just in trouble. She was minutes away from seizures, a coma, or even death. The paramedics' quick thinking saved her life, pulling her back from the brink just in time. So, what happened to Officer Williamson? The entire incident was captured on his body camera. The footage was undeniable. It showed him ignoring Bernest's medical alert bracelet. It recorded her desperate pleas for help and his dismissive responses. It painted a clear picture of negligence. The evidence was so damning that Williamson was fired from the police force. But it didn't stop there. His law enforcement certification was permanently revoked, meaning he could never work as a police officer in that state again. His mistake, his failure to listen and observe, cost him his entire career. For Bernest, surviving was just the beginning of the battle. She filed a federal lawsuit against the city and Williamson for the trauma and near-death experience she endured. She took a portion of the settlement money and did something truly remarkable. She established a fund dedicated to providing free medical alert recognition training for law enforcement agencies. Her goal was simple but powerful: to prevent what happened to her from ever happening to anyone else. She wanted to equip officers with the knowledge to tell the difference between a crime and a medical crisis. This case shines a harsh light on a much larger, systemic problem. Police officers are often the first responders on the scene, but many lack the training to recognize medical emergencies that can mimic intoxication or criminal behavior. We're not just talking about diabetic shock. Think about someone having a stroke, an epileptic seizure, or even an autistic person experiencing sensory overload. Their symptoms: confusion, slurred speech, unsteadiness can all be easily misinterpreted by an untrained eye. Bernest's story underscores the critical importance of two things. First, medical alert bracelets, necklaces, or even wallet cards. These simple items can be a lifeline, communicating for you when you can't. They are a clear, unambiguous signal that you have a medical condition. And second, body cameras. They provide an objective record of events, holding everyone accountable for their actions. In this case, the body camera footage was the key piece of evidence that brought the truth to light and ensured justice for Bernest. What happened to Bernest Gleason was a wake-up call. It is a powerful reminder that compassion and proper training are just as important as any other tool an officer carries. Thanks to her courage and advocacy, police departments are now more aware of this critical gap in their training. Her fund is helping to create a future where a medical emergency is met with help, not handcuffs. It's a story of survival, justice, and the incredible power of one person to create lasting change. Thank you for watching. If you found this story important, please like this video and subscribe for more content that matters.